new future MOOC though the tree has been turned upside down so that the root is at the top and the branches on below it. Hierarchy start with a root entity. So we always have a root as an example, a CEO of a company. Okay, the name of a book. The title and then all the folder name. Then only you go down. First we call it root, then we have branches, right? Or we call it parents, children, grandchildren. So when we have the child nodes, first is the parent, then the one that go below it is a child node. As an example, something like this. So these are the boss, the parents, and children, only one children, and got a few such grandchildren and great-great-great-grandchildren down here. And when you have this one, it means this is a supporting lah. Supporting because it goes side by side. So this one you are familiar. Your high school definitely familiar with this. The entity that comes below the other is a child node to the above entity. So you have child, one child, they call it, it can also be like this. This is the parent, this is a child, the children. And then from these children, this is the children to these children. Or we call it grandfather, children, grandchildren, great-great-great-grandchildren, and so on. Similarly, the entity above the other is a parent node to the node below. So for those who yang study data structure, you will realize that they also very specific about these terms. The one that above it is a parent. So regardless what level you are, the one that above you is always your parent. So but in this class, we take it general sahaja lah. So we have three types of tree layout. The first one is a node link diagram. We will see different type of this diagram. And a traditional layout. Traditional layout, this is a sample of this node link diagram. The second one, is a space filling. You will see, I will show you this one. The last one is a hybrid technique. It's a combination of the space and also the link. So we have three types. These are the things that I may ask you in your test too. Okay, tree diagram are often used to show family, relation, and descent. It means that they always want to show relationship in terms of the relationship. There are many types of relationship. And this, for tree, it means that you have like superior. Or you have this one, you have a parent-children kind of relationship. Because there is like networking. Networking also relationship, but there is no descendant. They just equally right. As an example, we are talking about subway. Perjalanan subway, train bawah tanah tu. Dia bercabang sana, bercabang sini. There is networking. And there are no descendant. Semua equally, same level. Okay. And then these are the one that we're going to see. So this class today is about, we're going to study case study sahaja. Case study about different kind of hierarchy tree. And if you see this is one of it. Again, when we see data visualization, we want information. We want to see so many information compact into one single graph. Like you can see this one. If you see carefully, the circle here, the dots, they are different size, It means that this is frequency. And then if you see here, they are all same size. The dot, the blue dot here, it means they are same frequency. See variety. This one probably they just want to say this is the end only, that's all. The end. They might not have frequency here. But you can also dump a lot of information. Like example, this dot here can be bigger. It means more frequency. At the same time, this one belong to this example lah. This one is a cawangan lah, cawangan for business lah, business punya cawangan. So this one cawangan. Maybe this dot here can say that the number of staff, they have less staff. This one have more staff kerja. And then beside here probably the product that they sell. There are many products that they sell. And then they also can say the size here can say that the sales, is it big or is it small? You can also add this one. So it means if a bigger circle for this product, you have more sale. If a small dot here, it means that you have less sale. This is the number of staff. This is maybe the manager. One manager have many staff. A marketing manager, many staff. And how many marketing manager they have and marketing staff they have, and what are the product that they sell. Okay, these are the product. Can you see or not? There are many things you can dump into one graph. Like this one, but you see the color they use all same color, and this one bertindih, bertindih, but still okay because we're not looking at the line here, but we're looking at the dot. These are the things that people study for PhD, for master by research. If you see line berceramuk kan, dia bertindih, you cannot see. So what they do is to make it more readable. Okay, put the dot. When you put the dot, you can see clearly. There how many dots here. It looks that they're equally dot. I don't bother to count. If you have to count, you can count. Like I say kan, these are the product. If you have less number of dot, maybe 3 dot here, it means only 3 product. These are the things that you can be creative. You can explore more. You can design your own graph by using, of course, not Power BI lah. You have to do programming level. And then this is another one. Later we will see. I have another one. I will explain for you. And then tree map diagram. This one, tree map diagram. The tree map was invented by Schinderman. Ben Schinderman, this one is very familiar. They call it like guru lah. They call it visualization guru. And they call his mantra. He have his own mantra. Very funny. They come out with all these terms. Schinderman mantra. So if you do a research paper, make sure you cite him to show that you know the root of this visualization. And then he designed this tree map. It represents hierarchy by using all the available space and in the form of nested rectangle. Nested rectangle, why? Because the outside one is a rectangle. And then there are how many here? One, I think they divide it like, I can see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is by itself. But in a glance, it looks like this is one. This is a children. But it's not. This is another. These are children. These are grandchildren. Okay. And it looks simple. But it's actually, in order to develop this, it's not that simple. Because I have one student using this. I'm teaching FYP at the time. So I have one student doing this. And for your information, it's not easy. And this student, she got, at that time we have, your time dah tak ada lah, because of ODL kan. There will be an exhibition, and then we also invite expert from different company, and then got Microsoft came, and then we have IBM came, and then they will decide. They bring money. When they came, they bring money. Okay, IBM, Microsoft bring a lot of money, and this student got total dia dapat like 1,000 plus, because they win by developing this. Of course lah, you do from scratch lah, not using Power BI kan. And then hers one very interesting lah. You can click, you can zoom inside. It's not just like this. It's not as simple as this. You click, there are more information, you can zoom more. If you see here, you realize that they divide lagi ni tau. You nampak tak? They divide lagi ni. This divide into 2. This is 2. This is no division. This one further divide. Lagi ni divide lagi. You see nampak tak? So that's why I say very interesting. People who know how to appreciate, they know how to appreciate. Kalau you do not know how to appreciate, you nampak it's just another tree sahaja. And then UITM pun bagi at the time. UITM bagi, jadi collection lah. She collect like 1,000 plus and we are so happy. And she a very hardworking student. And then she cry. Because at the time, she memang memerlukan duit at the time. She not, I still remember her face lah. Very soft spoken lady. Sangat-sangat very rajin. Okay. And then, like I say lah, FYP ni lecturer can guide. If you really work hard, if you come and see lecturer, of course you can score. We tak boleh chase. I pun baru je chase my student tadi. Ni ada seorang my student kat sini Oh no, you are okay. You are 650 okay. Yang I chase is 600. Tidur semua. Okay, quite complex. You see, is involve math creation of 3 math ni. So the one that my student, the one that yang dapat I say kan buat this one, she focus on the math. How she do it. She come up with a new, modify sikit lah the mathematic tu. To susun ni is not easy because you have to take into consideration of the size. You kena tengok overall dulu. Berapa dia punya children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children. So each of these children, you nak susun dia, is all take into consideration of the population. The frequency here, the population, the tabulation here, tak boleh sebarangan lukis-lukis. No, this one is proportion. So this all use mathematic calculation. That's why I say she win lah. And at the time very nice. Sekejap panggil her, sekejap lagi panggil her, sampai sekejap lagi panggil her. Naik atas stage tu lah masa giving the presentation tu. Wow, so nice. Different soft drink. This one is about 3 mat of the soft drink. Soft drink comparing Coke Light, iced tea, Fanta, and Dr. Pepper. And then we have a radio. Radio here. So radio ni is also a tree diagram. You can see that from 1, then they go to 2. Nampak tak? 1 pecah jadi 2. And then this one, if you see carefully, if you cannot clear, please refer to the notes. I know sometimes when we project, dia dah blur dah. Because of the, you know lah, they want to reduce all this internet lah, frequency and so on kan. Because communication also, they want to compact all this communication I'm sending to you and so on. If you see here, some daripada 1 become many. 1 to many. And then here you can see here, these are all a label for the line. There are times I see different times where there is no label, but they put a bar chart here. So if you are talking about this one, the bar chart longer, it means more frequency fall inside this relationship. If you see less, it means less fall into that relationship. There are many styles. Free your mind, redesign, recreate a new graph. And okay, this is the one. Radio 3. Radio lah, because it's more like radio kan, relationship. Okay, let's see another one. No, not this one. So far clear Hierarchy data visualization is very interesting. If you were to study data, it nampak macam simple kan, kita nampak nanti, but people don't PhD in this area. Clear, okay, that's it. People are doing research. Just now, I baru publish on this hierarchy data. Tapi tak sempat baca. Later I will read. Hierarchy data emphasize the subordinate. Dia ada subordinate dia. Or member relation. Ranking lah. They have ranking kind of relationship. If you're talking about parallel coordinate, they are different kind of relationship. That one is what positive, negative relationship, right? But this one, no, ranking kind of relationship. So example suitable for organization chart, classification species, species and subspecies. We are talking about bird species. Dia punya root is bird species. So branches, we got two cabang. Branches, we have bird that can fly and bird cannot fly. There are birds that cannot fly, right? Penguin, right? Penguin are categorized as bird that cannot fly. And then we have bird that can fly. Bird can fly, you can further subdivide it into the one that migrate, they always migrate, or the one that never migrate. Pecah lagi. And then another example, my mouse pula tak nak gerak. We have a file storage, like your directory. You have a folder, inside folder you have a few subfolder, inside subfolder ada lagi subfolder until towards the end only your file. So the final one we call it leaf. No matter how many branches, how many level you have, the final one we call it branch. We call it leaf. So like I say, people who study data structure, you study this in detail. And then the logical inference, decision tree, etc. Organization chart, there's an example of organization chart. You see, they have more information here, the triangle here, not just a normal. Got triangle. Triangle surely shows something. Dark triangle, light triangle, bigger, small. If you see the line here, it means this is in the focus. We focus on this. Father, children, Eastern Division Manager. From this Eastern Manager, we see Towing Manager. So can you see, open up your mind. You see here, they have like very small one. You see? Sikit je. This one so light and so small. This one dark. Surely ada meaning here. This one also light. And then family tree. Let's see here. Sarah Peter, family. Sarah Peter. Ni banyak lagi root dia. Maybe this is the, she is here. And then she want to say, I'm here. This is my great-great-great-grandparent. This is my children, great-great-great-grandchildren. Dia duduk kat tengah ni. Okay. So dia tunjuklah. This way. I believe like last time I see lah my children buat kan bubuh family punya this kind of thing kan. Bubuh gambar father, mother, datuk. Semua jenuh mencari at the time. Siapa sepupu, sepapat. Semua nak kena letak at the time. Because my grandfather, grandmother ada je gambar, but grandfather tak ada gambar at that time. Sebab my mother was 2 months when her mother passed away. Jadi nak cari mana gambar dulu-dulu kan. These are the things lah. But anyway, at the time memang tak ada pun, we just lukis-lukis macam tu je. Yang mana ada letak gambar sepupu, sepapat semua. Quite interesting. Children punya project kan. I cannot remember. Sekolah rendah ke sekolah menengah. Tapi I remember lah, I buat lah dengan children. Yeah, I always involve with my children. You all pun nanti parents involve with your children punya activity. Okay, I pun remember lah projek dia orang pergi cari kelapa sawit lah, masuk lah, pergi ambil gambar kelapa sawit, pergi cari kelapa sawit. Semua yang buat. Lepas tu nak pergi apa, Cyberjaya, pergi Cyberjaya, tangkap gambar kat Cyberjaya. All these things. So, if you involve with your children, education become interesting to them. Then they like to study. That's why I say, I told you kan, I very particular about all these things. So when you involve, you assist them, you help them, then they are more they like it. Like sampai sekarang lah, my children keep on telling me. I know some of you very close with your parents kan, you tell your children, and then sama my children at the time sampai sekarang kalau pergi makan he will tell me, Mami, do you know about this? Do you know about that? Walaupun engineering, that's why I always think that I also study engineering. Because I involve with them since they're young, sampai sekarang pun they keep on sharing with me what they learn. Pasal engineering lah, pasal that day they talking about tu. I cannot remember. I dengar je, tapi masa tu I ingat lah, sekarang I tak ingat lah. But it's not my thing kan. About the major. Major ni pun ada dia punya angle lah and so on. And then that day my thing crack, then she tell me, Mami, if the thing crack, wall lah. Wall crack lah, but it's not a house wall lah. It's the porch punya small part lah. And then he say, Mami, if you see, they always crack in triangle. Then he even showed to me gambar-gambar, you see? All kind of cracks always in the triangle. I said, oh, yelah, I never know. And then he say, if patah pun is always in the shape of 45 degree. Then I realised, betul. But sekarang dah okay dah. I dah fix dah. Just a few days ago. So these are the things when you involve with your children. I just cakap lah, as a mother, you also be a future parent. Apa yang I tahu, I just share with you. So you be a successful parent, you produce a children yang tak banyak hal, yang you pun senang, you tak pening kepala otak. Okay, when you involve with them, they're happy with education, they study because they know that, they are not alone. So you involve with your children, daripada kecil, sama je lah. My children kalau nak exam aja lukisan dulu, the day before, we dah lukis dah soalan dah dapat kan. I will lukis, okay. So then I will color with them, color. Okay, we color like this, we color like that, we color like this. Then tomorrow baru dia pun buat test. Bila buat test memang dapat A lah. Sebab we do together. Then thing become more interesting. Share. I ada je yang parents, children don't share. No. Sharing is very interesting. Okay, so these are the things like you can see, they have branches here. And then you see the leaf, butchers here, right? Look like butchers here. Different size, we have different. Maybe this family, the last one, how many children and so on lah. Besar ke kecil ke dia punya final family kat sini. Descendant dia kecil aja, this one, they are not many. Small aja, sepupu sepapat dia small aja. This one, sepupu sepapat dia big. And then we see next. These are also Brazil. We can see Brazil, Germany, Argentina, and so on. And then divide lagi, divide. But eventually the leaf here, first round, the leaf here are shared by all. And the leaf are shared. You see carefully, this is another type of tree. Most of the tree, they are not sharing. But this one share. That's why I say tree pun berbagai-bagai jenis tree. Like I say, for those who take data structure, you will be exposed to different type of trees. So people who study data structure, okay, they usually will end up, okay, use that technique in data structure, that kind of technique. You implement it, you adopt it into developing a tree, design a new tree. Benda-benda macam tu lah, they cross semua. All knowledge, psychology knowledge cross into visualization, because and the education, psychology of learning kan, cognitive, you see, merge into visualization, semua merge actually. When I see this, I say, oh yeah, easy to understand. So pass lah. If I see this, I say, oh, not easy to understand. If I see this one, I say, yeah, I can see, but if I see this one, I understand better. So this one is better. That's what they do. They always come out with a better visualization for easily, grabs the information or grabs the knowledge hidden behind the data. If you can do this, it means you pass. Okay, so these are, they say, cyclic, some looping, some without looping, like I say lah. No loop or circle type of graph. This one circle lah. This one tak circle tapi dia sharing. If circle, dia patah balik. Dia patah balik to any lah, to their parents back. And then they have root. Each subgraph is also a tree. Yes. If I say this one, if I focus on this is also another tree by itself. If I start from here, this is another subtree by itself. Okay, challenging for large data set. Yes, when it comes larger, of course lah, they all overlap, cross on top with each other. Interactivity for data exploration, it means that you must able to zoom, to filter. If I just want to see one branch here, I'll be able to click and I just zoom for this tree. If I click this one, okay, example, I only be on this subtree and the rest all disappear so that I can focus on this tree because this part is also a tree by itself. Okay, they also, like I say, they also call it edges. Edges is the line lah, and the nodes, the nodes, all these are the nodes. These are all the edges. You see like this, even if you study data structure, right, they even study that if I have this and if I have this data, how many branches I will have, how many edges I will have, things like this. There are calculation for it. And these are the calculation that we adopt and build the tree here. Because you have to organize. If you see a data, you have to organize the space. The space inside this canvas. If you have many edges, many level, many, as you say, a level there lah kan, many level. Of course, you have to organize this, as such calculation. If you have 3, of course, you can make big space here. You have plenty of space, since you only have 3 level. But if you have like maybe 15 level, macam mana tu? So you have to readjust it. All this have to do calculation. Like I say, right, you don't go more than 7 actually. If you're more than 7, you have to do something, redesign this graph as such that it can support more. I mean, even though you can view 7, but it still can support up to 15 as an example. Macam ni kan, dia dah stop kat sini je. Okay, probably if I zoom, then only I can see more. But in a glance, I only see 7. It's like that. You don't put up to 15. But you can. That's why it's all about research. You can, as long as you justify why you can go up to 15 and then how you organize it. Maybe you use filtering, maybe you use zoom and so on to counter it back. So this is another tree. This tree, the center, this type usually the center is a parent. Animal, you see this animal center here. Animal is a center. Nampak kan? Center. And then they further divide it. Okay, all the species. So big here. And then if you see here, this animal, Homo sapien, life on Earth. Berbagai-bagai. If you see here pink, the pink size here, there are small, there are big. There are very bright pink, there are light pink here. From here, you understand that if they are lighter, it means less dense. This is bright, you can see brighter. This is less dense. And the size bigger. So they also have different. It can be 2 things. Interestingly, if you say bigger, they say quantity. Okay, probably we say, example, like say bigger, it means the size is big. But when you see red, it means they are more female than male. Some yes like that, right? They have a group where they have more male, they have more female. Things like this. And then when you see this one, they are less. But small, it means small circle. There are not many of them, but they are more male. They are more female. Things like this. This satu lah. You see this circle? It's big. It's big. You see this one. This is also big, but it's not pink. It's light pink. It's like darker pink here, right? Like light macam tu kan. Dia ada macam ni. Even though it's big, compared to this one, they are same size. Almost same size. But this one is, the pink is, pinkier lah. Pinkier. You see this one. But this one, no. Nampak inside one size lagi bubuh lagi data. Sumbat lagi data inside here. That is visualization. You want to have more information in a single graph, in a single visualization. Memang nampak macam crowded, but we have analytic that assists us in extract the pattern. And then the node link diagram. These are node link diagram. We have the style. We have this style. These are common. And then we have this. Your directory. And then we have a space filling. This is space filling. This is the one that asked you in your test one, right? But in test one, I did not ask you about the graph. I just asked you about the designing, the color, and so on. So I did not out of topic. And then your test 2 will be from this chapter onward. But definitely you cannot run away from the basic, what we have learned, basic color and so on. I will still ask, but more towards, from today onward. So this is a space filling. They're using space. Which technique to use? People read faster by scanning in line, not arc. Does the application domain have established conventions? Design with multiple visual component. How much screen? These are the things that you need to ask before you design. But honestly if you want to know all these things, you take advance Take advance. Node link diagram. These are the link type. This is this one. Okay, this is okay. I think we have more here. We have more here. This one. Orthogonal layout. Orthogonal and layout. Sorry. Nodes are horizontally or vertically aligned, easy to implement, visually more intuitive for large data set. Okay. When you see this one, these are got 2 children, and then these children divide into 3. They always end up at same line here. If you see like this, right, there are others like I told you kan, sometimes they have this bar chart here. They tambah lagi bar chart sini, bar chart terbalik to show the frequency, berbagai-bagai to give more information. But this one, if you see like this, they only see relationship, no frequency here. Like this one, indentation. You indent. The leaf is always red, orange color. The pin. You can see here. Easy. These are added. Ours one tak ada kan benda ni kan. Microsoft tak ada. Our Explorer don't have this. Easy to implement, good for searching, bad for structure, can use text file. This one lah, easy. Right, for HTML. Indented layout. Okay, I skip je lah, you can read lah. These are all indent. Beside indent, they also use grouping. You nampak tak group kat sini? Group. If I click this one, keluar lagi group dia. This one, it means that inside here there are fall under this group. The way to organize it. Okay, grouping, group. From here, group, so that you can see everything. Whereas Explorer tak boleh kan, does not look like this. Dia keluar satu, so you can see all. So today we learn designing dendrogram. This one gene clustering, they are talking about gene. So this one they name it. They use name to specify that this. This is genetic. So kalau study gene, genetic ni thing memang very complex. Ribu-ribu. Making the big four. Okay, you see how they design. They even put shaded behind here so that you can see quarterly ke apa ke part here easily. So you can see that this from this year to this year one, from this year to this year to this year, so that you can see that this whatever fall between this is belong to this year. Very easy. And then you use red. Kan? Making the big four. This is another way. Remember I told you if you are using tree line, there is no frequency. If you use tree map, is go for frequency, then we combine. This one is hybrid. Heat map and dendrogram. Ada heat map lagi kat sini to see the frequency. Ada this side, if you see from this angle, these are the thing. If you see from this angle, these are the thing. Combine. It's cycle 3. Okay, for this one, it's more frequency. If you want to see relationship, is not as easy as compared to this one. You see, this one is very clear. Tapi dia tak ada frequency. They show the relationship level of frequency. Level of okay lah. So this one, if you see this one is frequency. This one bigger, you know, this one is more. But not so much on relationship because it's not easy to see relationship. If I see this one, I kena tengok betul-betul. Oh, mana satu fall under this. Oh, this one dah bukan. This one, you have to see, you know, you have to see properly. Oh yeah, this one only under this, and you see satu-satu. Because the focus here is frequency. Like this one. This one they combine lah. If you see, I know, oh yeah, this is, okay, the frequency is big, of course lah, overall. And then this one subdivide into 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, can see the subdivided. And then from here, I can see, oh, these are the children. They combine, hybrid. And in terms of size, you can see this is more. This is more as compared to this one smaller. This one bigger, maybe more frequency. This is smaller. When I see this one, I know smaller. This one bigger. Okay, that fall under this category. Bigger, pecah lagi. You see this smaller, this is big. This one divide into 2, but they are almost, you know, they are big lah, frequency more here. This one less frequency, more frequency, but divide into 2 or 3 here, 1, 2, 3. So, and then not just that, tambah lagi, put some more chart down here to give more information. And then also got line chart here. So can you see in a single graph, a lot of information you can extract. This is visualization. I keep more stress on this. Because despite I see this pun nanti you tengok lah. Bila exam aja keluar macam-macam. Traditional node link. These are traditional link, link base. Okay. This traditional. Of course, exponential growth of nodes. Like I say kan, we do calculation kan. If cabang 3, kalau cabang 2, different pula lagi. Manage exponential growth of node. Why? Because the reason is we need to do calculation, we need to adjust the canvas and so on. Okay, these are the cone, three cone. This is considered 3D because you can see the behind it. But it's honestly, it's not easy to read, look congested. And then they have shadow. Shadow show the same graph in the 2D. So if you see this one, of course you can zoom lah, you can filter, click and go zoom, zoom, zoom. In a glance, you can see 2D, 3D. Okay. Also down here, shadow. Okay, some got another, go down from further for grandchildren. Some just ended here. Pecah lagi and this information up, zoom. Oh, these are the things. No, these are the filtering. You want to go up, you want to zoom, you want to search. Reset. Search what you want to search, then they will zoom it to you. This Irish. This another one, sama je macam tadi And 3D cone, 2D. Ni adalah dia punya ni Okay. If I give you graph, then I tell you redraw the graph. Ini lagi, oish. Nampak tak? So crowded. And then the bayang-bayang pun cannot see anything lah. This is what my student do lah. My student always benda crowded, pecahkan supaya jangan crowded. Root at the center, this radial, radial, look at this. Root at the center here. Root at the center. Okay, note of different level are placed on circle of different ready, more effective use of space, more effective use of space because they circle. And then you can see they're ready here. Here, line, 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 line. If you fall under here, it means first level, second level, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Level dia 4, 1, 1. How about this one? This one tak ada. Okay, they are free. Berbagai-bagai. This is another sunburst. Radial version of these three. The first level, second, third, and fourth. So this one is a hybrid. You can see that there are grandfather. We take parents lah. Father, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Nampakkan flow dia. At the same time, you can also see frequency here, the tabulation here. You see the tabulation for this one is more as compared to these two. The size, the color can be different meaning lagi kan. And then probably this one are so complex of this, you can convert it to this. Okay, for your information, if I give you this kind of graph kan, I said it's a hierarchy or is also can be a star network or it can be a text kind of data graph and so on, right? If I say suggest another suitable graph and draw, surprisingly, this question come out before. I give hierarchy. Student come out with bar chart. Definitely you get 0. Bar chart is not hierarchy tau. So please despite I tell you this surely akan ada juga buat same mistake. Let me see hari ni berapa dah tadi. Okay sekejap Hold on I need to take attendance. Sekejap, let me check. First, I can check. Okay. So for those who masuk lambat, consider absent lah. Okay, can you see?
Yes, Doktor.
Okay. Stay with me kan? Ke dah pingsan dah? Okay. Type something. So far, okay?
Okay, Doctor.
I assume you represent your 60 friends here. So far, faham Doktor, good. Good Adam, Farisha, Tengku, okay, good. Okay, here, this is another. Instead of full circle, they make it half circle only. And you can see that, like I say lah, these are all hybrid. You can see the level here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 level here. And the longer it is, it means more frequency. Like you can see this one, this is the first level lah, second. Kalau follow properly, this is 0, this is 1. So this is 1, level 1. Level 1 is longer because more frequency fall under this. You nampak tak dia? As compared to others. Some label, probably because of they have here, many branches here. So they have to be labeled. Okay, so the label does not count here. The long count. The longer it means more frequency. Let me see here. Even though this label is not count, nampak tak? You have to read and understand how to different way. The reason they label because of this. The children, great children ni banyak. But the long lah, we take the length. The length is the frequency here. I tak tahulah, probably you dengar I cerita memang nampak bosan kan. But for me, it's very interesting. I find it's very interesting how people can, convert data in an abstract manner. This is, we call it abstraction of the data and see the relationship, can see a lot of things. Inside here is genius sebenarnya. Nampak tak ni? This one you see very genius. Instead of ended yang line tu, they say okay, the final one we make it look like flower. Dia bukan turun bawah tapi dia kembang ke kiri ke kanan. From here, okay, I assume this is the parents lah. From what I see here, parent kat sini. The rest go turun bawah, kembang ke bawah. Okay, come to certain level, when they reach the leaf, kembang kiri kanan. They look like flowers here. Very interesting. This is the ready here. You see not the line here. This line is not bukan saja-saja. Semua ada message one here. If not, they will not draw the line. They will just draw a graph only. This graph only. This is all that exists lah. That's why in visualization, they don't call it exist, they call it dimension. If you read somewhere, they call it dimension is the exist lah. Like you see here, how many dimension are there here? Ini bulat-bulat ni, it's all dimension. 1, 2, 3, dimension. Boleh ya. Kat sini. Interesting. Employ hyperbolic space. Hyperbolic space which intrinsically has more room. Similar to radial layout, but outer level are shrunk according to a hyperbolic formula. Sekejap . Okay. Difficult to accurately place note due to the non-linear hyperbolic mapping. Yes. These are all the issue. When they say, you see, difficult to accurately place kan. What you do is, you do your PhD, you do master by research, you make it accurate. That's what they do. This another. This one colour-colour sikit. But this is very bad lah. ER, FR tak habis keluar kan. Tak habis keluar. It's better tak tulis terus. Macam kalau I lah, it's better tak tulis terus daripada keluar sikit-sikit ni. And then if I want, I zoom, then only I can see more. Okay. This is another. These are all the modern one lah. Definitely this cannot be supported by tools. Definitely this support by, if you have to do your own programming. As an example lah, you see. Again, this is what people do during research. If they see this one, they say, oh, this one so messy, not so organized, very difficult to see patterns. So what I want to do is I want to redraw it. So this is the result. Example. It might not be right, okay? These are two different. But what I'm trying to say, you can do this. You can, like from here, you redraw it, and then you call a few expert or first expert and a few layman. Then you say, layman, it means student ke siapa-siapa lah, who going to read the data. Then they say, yeah, if I want to use this one, it's very difficult for me to extract the pattern. I'm not very sure. Tak nampak lah pattern, not sure, and so on. And then if this one, yes, I can extract information faster. Then they do timing. They put this expert, okay, this expert in data scientist to extract the information, how fast they can extract information. Oh, they do timing and so on. They will ask a few questions. What are the relationship of this? Then the expert answer. Who has the highest? Then the expert answer. So to dig information, to dig information from the graph, okay, then they do timing. And then this one, they also do the timing. Then they realize, oh, expert take longer if using this graph as compared to this one. And then they state layman. Layman, it means maybe high school. Layman cannot betul-betul layman lah. It means children, high school student who learn how to read graphs, sikit-sikit kan. Then they say, oh, layman pun can read faster. So this one is very good. Because even people who are not expert also can extract information. It means they are good. Or probably it's just statistics student ke, yang know nothing about graph. Things are like this. This is what people do. See, cantik kan? Just now, if you see the star just now, biasa je. Ni the star dia, you tengok, macam ada shape lagi. Wah, so compare to this one kan? Compare to this one, you see. As compared to this one. Yeah. It look ancient lah. This one modern look. Nampak tak? And if you see, this one belum lagi complete. Dia buat luar dulu, buat luar. And then keluar tengah dia. Keliling ni belum lagi. Macam tak ada lah data. And then this one is 2 layer. First layer, second layer. These are all first layer. Kembang dia macam ni And these are three, sub-tree by itself. This is sub-tree by itself, this sub-tree by itself. And then parents dia tak jumpa lagi ni. This is sub-tree by itself. Nampak tak? These are leaf. They put dot leaf. And then you can see the leaf here, some very small, some big. This one you can see big kan. These are small. Small mean different meaning lagi. It mean more population here. This one less population that fall under this level. I say lah, animal, as example animal. If you are talking about this type of bird, sikit aja dah nak pupus dah. This type of bird. And this type of bird banyak lagi ni. Banyak lagi this bird. Things like this. So we better take care. Dah nak pupus ni, sikit aja. Or we can say that this one is maybe Asia. This one probably Western kan, the same bird that exists in cold and hot country. This one ada sikit, tapi kat sini banyak. Contohnya macam tu lah. Okay. And all these dimension here that exists here got meaning here actually. This one they want to say that these are the center. Okay, very interesting kan? Like this one they use dot lagi ni. Memang nampak berserabut, tapi definitely they have analytical tool. Analytical tool tu ialah zoom, filter. They call it analytical. What way to analyze? Okay, so usually you can click and then you zoom, or you just highlight, you focus on this filtering. Later we will see other types of filtering. Space, space you can see these are space. These are also space. The bigger, this called hybrid lah, can be hybrid. The bigger the bubble here, it means the more frequency there. Slice and dice. You see this. Baca lah, please baca. They represent area. This is another Venn diagram. So again, similar concept, but this one you circle lah. This one, this one also I have a student who present, my master student, present this in Japan. I bawa dia pergi Japan, master student lah. So she was so happy because we went to this Disney, not Disney. Lepas tu ada Universal Studio. We went to Universal Studio. Of course lah, I bring my children sekali lah, my children. Siapa lagi bawa? My mother. Okay, of course lah, you don't misunderstand. The student that I bring, they use a duit grant. Duit grant. But my family, my own money lah. Tak boleh campur aduk. You don't worry lah, UiTM very, very strict on this, and nak claim the money is not that easy. So, the student using grant, masa tu I ada grant. Kalau I ada grant, student yang buat research dengan I very lucky lah. And then Venn diagram here, tree map here. Okay, like I say lah, to calculate is not easy. Nampak macam senang je, nothing. But in order to susun, to organize this thing is not easy. Tree map algorithm, calculate size, draw tree map. Sini baca lah. They just show you how to develop. And then these are same. Okay. This one to show relationship. We mean hierarchy kind of relationship. Whereas if you are talking about this, they are showing the frequency. So what you do is you combine. Combine this and combine this, you get this. You see the hierarchy, and then you also see frequency. Banyak kecil besarnya. Nested versus non-nested. This is not nested. But of course, even though they are not nested, the one that I say my student yang FYP tu kan, she not nested, she show like this. But when you click aja, they zoom lagi dalam. Because of the algorithm that she use for the zoom that type, that is the one she win a lot. And then nested tree. This is nested, you mean you can see dalam besar ni ada lagi dua. So from this one further divide lagi. This is what you mean. Okay. And then you see this one. That is the reason that the student that I say won banyak tu kan decision tree, because originally look like this. So congested, and she reorganize it, make it look nicer. Then people can see, oh, before, and we see after, oh, is, you know, she used filter and so on to help assist in explore the data, but that's not congested. But if you have like this one, it's still okay sebenarnya. Memang it meant to be congested one, data visualization ni. It's just that your analytical tools tu yang penting. You click, they go deeper. You zoom. If I just want to see this area, you can support. If I just want to see leaf sahaja, you can also support. If I just want to see first level, you also can support. I just want to see third level, keluar sahaja, all the third level. And to redraw that is not easy again, I tell you. I just want to see third level. Third level, then you have to redraw. Rendering lah, they call it rendering. To render it is not easy. Itu yang banyak pakai matematik punya tu. Matematik punya calculation and so on. So, here tak ada matematik ni. This semester I tak ada math. I only have stat. Kalau matematik dia very suka lah benda-benda ni. Matematik I very respect one. I very respect for those who study mathematics. Because their paper, I've seen their paper. Even in the abstract itself, you don't see word tau. You see formula, cacing. I say, oh my God. They are so abstract, they can see all these abstract things. Oh, I very respect people who can see abstraction lah, because mathematics formula yang cacing keluar tu is all abstraction now. So this another, we have a slice dah dia line sajalah, as compared to scorifier. Two different but same data. Probably I give you this one, I say, okay, can you find another way to redraw? You can redraw this one. This one, this is better lah. This is well organized. To me, this is well organized because you can see the white. The white here is first level. These are all first level sahaja. Sorry. They are level. But you can see that, there are many level here. The first level is in white. Okay, we have white border. These are all first level. And the thickness of it. And then let's see one. Inside here you have children. Children here. If you see this one, okay, and this one. Inside here got another divide lagi. And if you see carefully here, nampak tak? This is one children, one level lah. So divide into 1, 2, 3, 4. Divide into 4 inside here, further divide lagi tau ni. Sub dia lagi ni. Ada lagi ni, dalam ni nampak tak ni? Ada lagi ni sebenarnya, that's why you can see terkeluar sikit satu. And then this is the thing that I say SQL in visualization. SQL you also have in database SQL. This is also SQL in visualization. SQL in visualization help you to filter what you want to see. I want to see close here. I want to see 9 highlighted. red, these are the red color that you want to use. And then, these are the things that you can choose from here. So change scenes, you can have more. Then you can say, you can click here, you can click here. Some more, they have more. They put, sometimes they put everywhere lah. Sometimes they just have one slot here, depend on your design. You just choose what you want, click. I just want to see third level, then already draw all the third level here. This thing alone, I tell you, is also a study by itself. The one that I tengok tadi tu, yang I say paper yang I just download but I haven't read, in a glance, they are more talking about this one. You have multiple graph, they have multiple graph, and then how you want to view, how you want to analyze it, how you want to use these analytical tools to analyze it. Itu pun study, I tell you. Very big this area. How you want to let people organize this, Organize this, design this, people want to view, want to extract certain information from it. So click this. And some they use different way. You just click at the diagram itself. Click here, they go deeper. Click here, they go deeper. Click lagi until you reach the final destination, which is the leaf. This one is a hierarchy lah, banyak ni. Dalam ni ada first level. And then if you see this one ada lagi, anak ada lagi. You see this one. When you see line here, the black one here is show one same level. Inside this one level ada lagi. Pecah lagi. So this they use slice and dice. The slice and dice is after second level. Okay. This combine lah. The first one is not The first one is not. The second level only dice. Sorry, only slice it. Slice it, second level. So combine lah. This is London. Nak dah you all tengok graph ni. London real estate transaction. You can see Again, I told you, even despite the they divide already this way, the color that they use have different meaning here. The deeper mean what? More people can enter from this. Sorry. This is London real estate. Sorry, because I have another graph for the subway. So this is real estate. More populations that are here. Example. This is less population. This is the one that come out kan. Saja je I bagi you all this one, but I'm not testing you on tree. I'm testing you on color. This is so overcrowded. How are you going to improve it? So I tak nak cerita banyak lah. You dah experience on this. How about this one? This one, even though you see crowded, but the choice of color is okay. So, insan you want to analyze 1 juta items here in a single graph. Like I say lah, memang nampak complex, but we have analytical tools. These are okay. These are all the modern style. Instead of this is for frequency space, but they use it this way. You can see divide. They don't want to use rectangle, triangle. Now they use this shape. My student, again, she did not use circle. The one that I bring to Japan, right? I told you, she did not. She used all this shape lah. Reshape balik to ngam-ngamkan. Because if you use circle original one, banyak kosong-kosong. Bila banyak-banyak kosong-kosong is waste of space. So this one you see tak ada kosong lah. Dia sumbat semua ni. Ni shape. Apa yang boleh dia sumbat. My student using that one lah. That kind of concept lah. So she can present the paper because a new technique to redraw the shape though. You see? So it means these are in the focus instead of this one. These are awareness here. Kan? This another. This another. If you see this one, they look like depth tau. Dia ke dalam, ke dalam, ke dalam. If you see carefully the way they design it, nampak tak? Dia macam first tinggi and then dalam, ke dalam, ke dalam, ke dalam. So you know that if you see deeper, it means the deeper they are, it means they are the paling jauh lah. You see how people can do very interesting. I tak tahu you all nampak ke tak. Like I told you kan, I enjoy seeing this thing, I amazed of it. If you cannot appreciate it, I pun kan different people have different thing that you appreciate. Probably you tengok mathematic formula, oh you so interesting, so excited. For me, I excited, tapi I cannot go deep into it, I cannot understand. It's just I amazed how people can understand it. Itu je. But this one, yes, you see, some of you like programming, coding, you'll be amazed by seeing all the beautiful coding, how they do it in a simple way, in a shorter way, instead of memusing-musing the algorithm flow tu. I mean, yes, for me, I see, oh, they can also solve it this way. They can also solve it this way. You see the algorithm that they use to solve it. So different people amaze differently. For me, nampak lah. This is very deep. The deeper di dalam, ini luar, lagi deeper, lagi deeper. How they do it? Of course lah, you see, they use all these art things. Also art. This is slice. US consumer expenditure. And you group them. They use it this way. Okay. This one we have seen. This is also got frequency into it. If you click the zoom, zoom, zoom and so on. If you give me this kind of graph file system example. It's also good to have this kind of thing, cube type. Ini zaman bila punya graph, but if you're talking about history, yes, I accept, because long time ago, computer are not so canggih kan. And then dulu memanglah kalau draw is like this lah, you can see the line here pun macam kokot-kokot, right? Because the pixel are big. Not like now. Now your pixel are very fine, so many pixel. This one pixel tak banyak. Kalau you see like this kan. Old style, my generation. This is the one that I say I hold on just now kan. This also, even one branch, there are many information here. You can see here the dot here. Bigger dot, small dot. Ini tak keluar tau, dia tak keluar macam ni. If keluar dah nampak lah, tak nampak sini. Belum tinggi lagi, dia just a patch saja. This one tinggi. This one satu. Things like this, smaller, bigger. Semua got meaning here. These are 3Ds. Different color, different meaning. Different size, different meaning. If this cone here, tinggi ke rendah ke, also got meaning. Okay, this branch got even line. Some got just seketul satu. Seketul like this. Some line lagi. Macam-macam lah different style of tree pula. This kind of tree semua naik atas je. This can be also like UITM. UITM we say okay. This probably inshallah because so many branches here. This is probably cawangan. Cawangan they don't offer so many courses, so 2-3 je courses. So this one UITM. And then what is it? Is it pensyarah? Is it staff? Is it student? Or is it number of student pass fail? What are the subject? Semua boleh lungguk sini. You see? We use this one is what? Fish eye view, they call it, or I always call it bird eye view. You can see These are all the latest lah. People do PhD lah. Selalu people macam ni lah do PhD. You can, why they use this one so that you can see more, you can view more. Your perspective bigger. Combine it this way. And they have a different this bird eye view. You can use this method, this semua. Okay, habis dah at last So I want to dengar you punya feedback. Okay, when you see this, is okay, you just feedback. Do you gain something, or is it not interesting, or is it like, yeah, you learn something, hierarchical tree, there are a lot. Now I want to see your level of understanding from my presentation today. So can you write? Nampak macam mat bandar. Okay, yes. So you just feedback the overall for today class. Just say something. What is the outcome? But the faster you feedback, the faster we can go. Dah sejam setengah. We're not supposed to go so long. So many complex graph. Yes. Macam mat bandar lagi. Sini sepi je semua ni. Dah lena ke? Hello. Say something, type something. Saya rasa banyak design yang kreatif, yes. You realize that you need creativity. Yes. We have learned many type of graph. Hello. Hello Naim. Lagi-lagi, I want feedback. Takkanlah you cannot feedback. You cannot have any kind of opinion. Sejam setengah lah dengan I ni. Yeah, you have learned many type of graph. Complicated graph, yes. Visualization getting complex, yes. Lagi. Yeah, a lot of hidden information. Yeah, some graph difficult to understand. Yeah, betul. Each graph have their own detail lah, their own strength. They strength kat sini, they can see this one, they cannot do that one. Zoom. Okay, betul. Yeah, graph quite complex. Nampak macam design je kan, macam simple, but actually it's not easy to develop. Yes, it's not easy because it's not just a random drawing. The drawing tu have to take into consideration of the frequency in the data, the hierarchy in the data. Yes, that's why I say visualization is very interesting. Lagi I want to see. Yes, nampak simple tapi they hide a lot of hidden information behind it. Betul? Lagi? Interesting. You can also come up with your own graph in future. But like I say lah, you cannot use tool lah. Tool, apa yang dia bagi tu je lah. Yes, the more you look, the deeper you can go. You can go and analyze deeper and deeper. Lagi? In fact, I have a student yang present dekat Bangkok. Also visualization juga. Yes, betul. Look very complex, which need people explanation to understand it. Yes, this is what we always do. If you create a graph like this type kan, and then you want to give to the user, you have to train the user how to read. This one definitely, you tak boleh bagi graph ketua macam tu, and then dia ada terkotek-kotek. No, you have to train the staff how to read, because a new design graph, kalau graph yang biasa-biasa ni okay lah. You have to train them how to use the graph, how to extract information from the graph. So that because they give you data, you have come up. Sometimes, honestly, I tell you, sometimes the data is all you design the graph for that data only. It cannot be used for other data. There are times like that. You try to put other data tak boleh. That's why even Power BI pun sometimes you put certain data dia tak boleh keluarkan graph. They say not supported. Dia tak keluar. Dia kosong je graph tu because they cannot support. So this is what I mean. So if you tailor-made to certain organization for their data, and then your graph is a futuristic kind of graph, and then you have to train so that they can make full use, benefit from your visualization. Complex to explain, yes, betul. Extract information from the graph, yes. You have to explore further lah. That's why nowadays we have data scientists. Data scientists for your ITM, I tell you, the fee, I tell you 32,000 for data scientists. That I say extend. If you want to, now you have basic. If you want to extend, 30,000 plus lah. And we are the cheapest as compared to UM compared to others. Why? Because it's a niche subject and it's not under the reason 30 plus because it is not under scholar, how to say, subsidized. It's not subsidized by government. Other courses very cheap saja. Kalau you ambil 3 semester, 6,000 je. 6,000 lebih sikit lah, lebih kurang lah kan, 6,000. 6,000 sahaja. If other courses, why? Because it's subsidized by government. Sebab tu saya kata, you all rugi sangat. You all dah duduk dekat UITM. You all memang dah student UITM. Nak masuk master sangat mudah. And government dah subsidize to you all. If you are talking about student from international student lah, they pay 6,000 plus tau for per semester. So they have to spend like 20k for master. 20k, you all baru 6,000. So that's why I say kalau you kerja sekalipun, you belum ada anak, belum kahwin, belum komitmen, rumah pun belum beli kan, buat slow-slow because it's a need to do master. Tak kisahlah area yang you suka lah. You suka IT ke, you suka computer science ke, multimedia ke, go ahead. And UITM is the cheapest. Your information. And then degree pun sama, you pay so cheap tau. Compared to international student, of course degree kita ada international lah. Sometimes we have this exchange student kan, it's all not free So appreciate what you have. Okay lah, I pun tak nak lah sembang panjang dengan you all. Tak ada soalan ke? Ada soalan? Kalau tak ada, kita sudahi dengan tasbih kifarah. Okay, bye everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Salam doktor. Thank you doktor.
Thank you doktor.
Okay.
Thank you doktor.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Doctor.